I request Professor Dr. Ruchi Goyal. She will be speaking on different techniques of nucleus removal in SICS. She has been a high volume SICS surgeon and conducted lots of SICS courses in AIOS and major conferences like in Mumbai and in DOS. Dr. Ruchi Goyal.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Lane sir, for inviting me for this presentation today. And for me, SICS is like, I started doing SICS, we wrote the book, and it's been a long journey. SICS has evolved, and there are numerous techniques by which different surgeons are comfortable with and deliver equally good results by all the techniques. What is important is that we need to learn at least a couple of techniques, because one technique may not work in all the patients. So I'll just play a video. So this is the conjunctival peritomy. Now again, some people like to leave a frill of conjunctiva close to the limbus. This protects the stem cells, and some people just go bang till the limbus. Whatever works in your hands is good. I usually like to leave a frill because it helps in covering the wound post-operatively by cauterizing the two ends of the conjunctiva. Now whether the wound is frown shaped, straight, again depending on whether you want to induce astigmatism, you create a straight incision closer to the limbus. If you want to reduce the astigmatism, you make a frown shape away from the limbus. The size again will depend the external wound, whether you want to induce astigmatism. So any incision which is more than 6 millimeter is going to induce more astigmatism. Now this is of course the Blumenthal technique which I have just shown, where the hydro expression is pressure is being created by the AC chamber maintainer, and the nucleus is brought down by constant pressure on the scleral lip, and after that you put in the IOL in the back. Now this is another hard nucleus where a frown incision has been made, and you can see the rhexis size has to be large in all these large hard nuclei. And here I have used a visco expression technique. So if you are somewhere in the periphery, you don't want to spend time even in, putting a separate bottle for the ACM, you simply have to use a visco expression technique, where what is important is that you must inject lots of viscoelastic in front of the nucleus and by the sides, and the nucleus tends to flow out. The only disadvantage here is that your incision size cannot be too small. If you are aiming for an incision size of about 4 millimeter, maybe this is not the technique for you. Now this is just flowing out of the cortex, and after that rest is the same. Now this is another interesting case where there was a central corneal opacity, shallow AC. You can see that you can hardly see anything inside. So it's almost a blind surgery, a huge arcus over there. And I tried to do a visco expression, the nucleus did not budge out. So sometimes even the visco pressure created would not push out the nucleus, and you can see this iris is also floppy. So here you have to actually guide the nucleus out, and here I have used a microvectis. Now this microvectis, maybe you can use an hydro expression, that is you can put a syringe behind it, or you can put a viscoelastic 2% methylcellulose cannula and use a visco pressure. Another hypermature cataract, where you can see there is a lot of calcification of the anterior capsule. You can't even do a rhexis, because if you try and pull the rhexis, you use a vanas, you may tend to injure the zonules. So what I have done is I gently created a opening in the capsule. It may not be as circular as we usually want. Then this is a phaco sandwich technique, where two instruments, that is, one is the vectis behind and this is the dialer in front, are used to guide the nucleus out. Here we don't even want to push the fluid inside the chamber, because it may end up breaking the remaining zonules. So the disadvantage of this technique, of course, is that since you're putting in two instruments, there are more likely chances of endothelial damage if you're not careful. So, and the other is that you need a slightly larger section. Again, it cannot be done in incisions like 4 and 4.5 millimeter. This is a patient with pre-existing bleb, and here what happens is the eye is a kind of little hypotenuse, and there may be some synecdoche pre-existing. So in these patients, your the Blumenthal technique, if you use the hydro pressure may not be adequate to build up. And again, as you see, this is a temporal incision that I have placed because I don't want to injure the bleb. So this is These are the difficulties where you may need to use a hand-on maneuver to bring the nucleus out of the bag. And this is a very large hard nucleus which is stuck because of the synecdoche formed during the previous trabeculectomy surgery. Now, after the nucleus was brought out, I again, tried to use the hydroexpression through the anterior chamber. This is viscoelastic again, lots of visco. Dr. Ragini also emphasized lots of visco in front of the nucleus, behind the nucleus, so that the nucleus kind of freely glides out. Now, despite all this, because there was a very well-functioning bleb, the nucleus failed to flow out, and I had to make use of a microvectus. So the idea behind is that you must use at least a couple of techniques to take the nucleus out whenever you are doing SICS. Now, this is another case where plexus has been done. And this is the usual way you create a tunnel. This is more or less similar in all the techniques. And nucleus is brought out of the bag. And I have simply used a microvectus. And this is again, the two instruments are being used to crush the nucleus into two pieces. So what you can do is you can break the nucleus within the anterior chamber, then use a viscoelastic to separate the two pieces, and then take out each nucleus piece one by one at a time. Now, what is important here is that the advantage is that you are able to reduce the size of the section, but at the same time you have to be careful that while inserting the two instruments, there is a little crowding into the anterior chamber, and you should be careful not to touch the endothelium. So for harder nuclei, grade 3 and above, you can make use of this technique, and this is called a phaco-fracture technique. So phaco-fracture again can be done by multiple ways. This is simply a microvectus technique where this is a microvectus. It functions by the irrigation through the 3 holes which are present at the anterior part of it, and I think this is one of the commonest techniques used by most of the SICS surgeons. This is again a phaco-fracture technique, and this technique was specially popularized in Calcutta, where they used a guitar string and they used this to break the nuclei into two pieces. And especially Dr. Debashish Bhattacharya and his group, Disha, people used to use it very often. I don't know whether they're using it now also. This is a fishhook technique which was popularized by Dr. Henning in Lahan, where a tip of the nucleus would be brought out of the bag, and this is again a bent 26 gauge needle which is used to engage the nucleus and bring the nucleus out. A very fast technique, especially useful for CAM surgery. And the moral of the story is whatever works best in your hands you can use, but it is always good to know multiple techniques. And whatever surgery you're using or technique you're using, where you're breaking the nucleus into smaller pieces, you can reduce the size of the incision. Also, if you need to enlarge the incision, always enlarge the internal incision, as Dr. Lohane has already pointed out. This is my book, The Manual of Oculoplasty, 2nd edition, which will be released tomorrow in the evening. And I would request, I have done a lot of hard work on it. All my years of practice of oculoplasty have gone into it with original photographs and everything in original. So please encourage your students to buy it and read it. It will be very good, because it's something from my heart that I have written it. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Dr. Ruchi Goyal, for bringing out this book which was very badly needed in our part of the world.